Let's take a look at some business stories now. The Communications Workers Union has urged its members at Telkom and MTN to stop working with immediate effect.
It says it's going to ensure that both companies become ungovernable places of work. CWU members camped outside the Johannesburg Stock Exchange in Sandton this afternoon. The purpose, they said, was for the JSE to be made aware of the conduct of the companies MTN and Telkom CWU is in dispute with.
The Communications Workers Union handed over its memorandum of demands to JSE staff. Workers demonstrated their frustration, saying enough is enough. They were campaigning for higher wages and want colleagues who are on short-term contracts to be given permanent positions. But the question was put to the union leadership, why camp outside the JSE?
You remember that Telkom is listed here and also MTN is a listed company. So that's one of the reasons. But also one of the reasons is we want JSE to understand the job losses in this country is very serious and they need to intervene themselves around the current state of affairs. We understand the economy of this country, but it's important that they must also be able to assess this job blood of workers.
The CWU leadership emphasised its view that the JSE is a bastion of white monopoly capital, demanding that it ensures that the telecoms companies listed on its exchange comply with the law. This includes issues pertaining to the implementation of affirmative action and employment equity. The union also argued that the JSE had somehow manipulated the rand exchange rate for the currency to become firmer following the Democratic Alliance's garnering of more political landscape in last week's election. Economists, however, say a single institution like the JSE doesn't influence the level of the local currency.
An exchange rate is really the difference between what a South African rand can buy internationally, or what the dollar can buy in South Africa. So really, it's a medium of exchange. So as we all know, if I take my rands and I try to buy in New York, I won't be able to buy anything. South African economy also does not sell things in dollars, and so what happens is that we've got to find a way in which we exchange dollars and rands, and this is really what we call the exchange rates.
The protest was also very personal, as protesters called for the head of Telkom CEO Sipho Maseko. Under his 3-year watch, Telkom personnel have been whittled down from over 20,000 to some 12,000. The Communications Workers Union said it was not on that he should receive a 2.2 million rand pay rise, taking his total pay to 14.5 million rand in the year ended March this year. CWU members say he must go, referring to him as an agent of white monopoly capital. And they argue that the ANC government should step in to motivate for his removal, given its substantial stake in Telkom through the Public Investment Corporation. Nompumelelo Siziba, SABC News, Johannesburg.